Hi, I'm Milton Rendell. Been an interesting week, guys, as we all know. It's welcome Real News Friday. We thought the COVID was behind us, and we obviously got hit again. They say one person can influence the world. Well, that certainly happened this week. But well done to everyone for doing the right thing. And obviously we've got a bit of a journey going forward. It affected many small businesses, and to the small businesses out there, it's a real punch in the chin, or punch in the face if you like. But you guys, you can recover. Fortunately, it looks like it'll only be short term, not long term. Well done to West Australia. Other tragedies, of course, has been the fires. I mean, here in our local area, and thank you to all the people who have been out there doing the right thing and helping. It's almost, you sort of look back 12 months ago and it feels like a bit of a deja vu, fires and COVID. But more importantly for the people in our area, right up to Warraloo, coming down right into it's from the Mundaring down to the Swan Shires. Look, it's sad to hear the homes have been lost, and our thoughts are with all those families. But once again, to the firefighters who have been out there doing the right thing and trying to protect us all, thank you. We never underestimate the work that you do. It is amazing. It's pretty tough. And then they throw the conditions of COVID on top of that, and it would have made it even tougher. But very sad to hear the loss of homes, and hopefully there's no more reports of any further. But getting back to COVID, like I say, from a real estate point of view, it's been an interesting one. The statistics I'm going to give you basically are from the previous week, not obviously this week. That's sort of, we work a week in arrears. So the statistics I will give you from Real Estate Institute of WA reflect the previous week. Sales were 836, that was down 1%. Stock levels around 8,015. That's certainly low. It's well under that 10,000 mark that I spoke to you guys a way back, but I think there may be an adjustment in the market, and I think probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks we'll see some irregularities, probably because of the COVID shutdown. So we may see, we'll obviously see some slowing, obviously, of sales this week. So some of the statistics will be a bit QF, but I think they'll, the latter part of February, will be back on track. Rentals, interest in the stock there has grown. It's 2,787. So we're seeing a trend of a bit of a slowdown, but we expected that. But we're still down 52% in terms of number of vacant properties compared to 12 months ago. So it's still a fairly buoyant market, but we are seeing probably sitting a little bit longer. But there may be also an adjustment because of school starts and all the rest of it. Interesting statistics that come through from various parts, CoreLogic. What they call the home evaluation indicator or index showed that West Australia was up 1.6% in January and 3.8% for the last 3 months or last quarter. So certainly some positive signs. But we talked about pressured pricing some time ago, and certainly we're starting to see that, and I think that will continue to flow. February will probably be maybe a levelling. We just don't know. But I think coming thereafter it'll certainly improve. But the important part about that is putting equity back into the homes of many of us, and what happens for those people who are probably unsuccessful in trying to sell, say, 18 months ago. You certainly would have a better opportunity to sell your property today. So if you have been someone who's been unsuccessful in the past, I would recommend that you reconsider that. We've got a good number of buyers out there. There is a shortage of stock, as I've already expressed, but more importantly, your equity position or your net position will be better than what it was previously. So, for example, for a $100,000 property, we're looking probably anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000 better off than what we were previously. So, that's a nice shot in the arm, if you like. We'll see how it goes going thereafter, but there seems to be a few variables that people want to throw out to us again. Just a couple of quick things to finish off on. This week, a bit of a mixed bag. Emotionally, I suppose, we sort of look at our fires, and we've got we've had the COVID, and a bit of deja vu. Felt almost exactly the same as it was 12 months ago, and seemed a similar formula. For myself, it was a bit of a reflection this week as well, because it was just over a year ago that I was coming out of hospital after I had aortic surgery. So I came out into, there was fires happening, COVID was hitting, there was all sorts of things happening. Good thing now is obviously my health is better, so thank you to all the well wishes over the year, but just to let you know that it certainly worked, and obviously because I'm here. But last week also heard the sad news of the passing of Ian Barron. Ian's family, all our thoughts are with you from all the people in Guildford. The Barrons used to own the Guildford News Agency, and a number of us used to be paper boys that worked for his dad Dennis, a great fella who played league football for Subiaco, who sadly passed a number of years ago. But Ian was a fantastic fella. We went to Guildford Primary School with him, and always a happy bloke, always a bit of a, liked to chuckle, a bit of a stir, but more importantly, he's just a good guy. And I know that he spent a lot of his life down in Narrogin as well. I know the people in Narrogin are feeling quite sad by the passing, as we are with anyone. But Ian was a great guy, commonly known as Teddy. To Ian's family, condolences from my family and the kids, past students of Guildford Primary. Been an interesting week. Hopefully next week we can talk about some more positive things, if you like, but look, it is what it is. To you all, hope you're all safe, hope you're all well, and once again to those families who sadly lost their homes this week, our thoughts are with you. In the meantime, check out realestateplus.com.au.